How are you doing, guys? Welcome back to Shiny Hunting for HISUIAN ARCANINE. I hope we get this thing today. We're still not at odds yet. We're still, like, decently under odds. But I'm feeling a little bit more alert tonight. Definitely think we can go for a bit of a longer thing today. But how are you doing? Welcome in, Blorb. Welcome in, SCP Lady. Welcome in the rest of you wonderful viewers. Hope you're doing delightful. Hello there, Grookey. How are you doing? We actually got the, we finished getting the Shiny Grookey family. That's, one shiny line. Good. But how are you doing, SCP Lady? How are you doing? Replay buffer activated. But yeah, I think kind of going forward, we're probably not going to keep track of encounters for, like, Masuda hunts, unless it's, say, like, I think if we want to come to the Poipo Shiny hunt, we are going to continue keeping track for that one. But I think for some, like, the other hunts, like, for soft reset ones, we're going to keep track of that. But I think going forward, when it comes to Masuda hunts, I'm not going to keep track of the encounters. Doing good, got a shiny Articuno in 78. Fine. It's always satisfying when you get very, very heavily under odds the shiny sparkles. You know, before the 700 Dynamax Adventures for shiny Ho-Oh, that full reaction is going to go up. I still have yet to schedule that full reaction, but yeah. We did finally get the Ho-Oh. I mean, we got the Ho-Oh a month ago, so it's still working on that. It's one of those things where I still have a lot of stuff I need to go actually do with shiny stuff. It's like, the last month, I've been obsessed with Tears of the Kingdom. So, yeah. Hey, Ember, how you doing? Yeah, Ember, we do Zelda early in the day. We do the Zelda stuff early in the day. I have, however, been debating doing the Pokemon stuff middle of the day and then the Zelda stuff late at night. I've been contemplating, like, reversing the order, and I'm thinking tomorrow we're gonna try that. So yeah, I'm thinking tomorrow we're gonna be, like, trying the reversal. But how are you doing, Ember? Go on the mods, go grab Ember's link. How you doing? How you doing, Ember? But yeah, I guess what it would mean is that I'm gonna need to get a more focused plan for when we do Tears of the Kingdom stuff. Like, I'm gonna need to put down, okay, here are my note ideas for Tears of the Kingdom stuff. Here's what we need to go do when I want to accomplish these things before ADD Brain Maxis creeps in and just controls everything. Because ADD Brain Maxis, I don't like taking control of things because ADD Brain Maxis cannot focus. It is the literal definition of ADD Brain Maxis, where he cannot focus at all and kind of needs to. That's one of the things I kind of, like, saved, like, that's part of the reason I do shiny hunting late at night. Because shiny hunting doesn't need much focus when it's a Masuda hunting. It's just literally just running back and forth. But, like, Tears of the Kingdom, I do need a little bit of focus for that. Happy birthday, Ember. Happy birthday. But yeah, I'm still figuring stuff out for when it's going to be the rearrangement of the schedule. I'm thinking tomorrow we are going to be testing out, like, midday Pokemon streams again, because those did decently well. And then we just do late at night Tears of the Kingdom stuff. AD is rough when you get a plan to focus. Yeah. Well, I mean, I take Adderall for my ADD, Ember. So, like, that kind of helps. It helps mitigate it. But at the same time, it is, when it wears off, it's just like, brain-based. Hello there, Infinite Midnight. How are you doing? So yeah, so what I was saying, Midnight, about the Queen Gibdo fight. Yeah, worthless. The material you get for the Queen Gibdo fight, it's a fan. All you do is you attach it to, like, a sword, swing the thing, it's just a gust of wind. Like, it adds on, like, I think, what, like 40 power to whatever your weapon is. But the thing is, the Gibdo Queen Wing sends enemies, like, flying backwards. So it's like, it's not worth it. Like, I think maybe, like, if you fuse it onto, like, a spear, okay, that's kind of worth it for damage. But, like, at that point, just fuse on, like, a Lionel horn. I mean, if you're gonna knock stuff off a cliff, I guess it works. Like, if you want to knock stuff off a cliff into, like, lava or water, okay, the Queen Gibdo Wing's honestly gonna be good for that. But for, like, every other scenario, it's just not worth it. I know, shut up, anxiety. Yeah, honestly understandable, Amber. Honestly understandable. But yeah, also, Infinite Midnight. There is, I believe I have found a guaranteed pristine royal broadsword. I believe I have found a pristine royal broadsword dedicated respawn point, because I have gone to there twice and found I have gone there twice, and both times I went there I have found a purified royal broadsword. So it's like, maybe there's something here. So you know that, like, northwesternmost Colgera battle arena is, like, right near there. It's, like, right around there. It's around, like, that whole rim. And the only, like, I stumbled onto that. I was like, wait, I think that might be another purified royal broadsword. And it was. I am going to be testing it again later. I'm going to be testing that hypothesis later. Sheer Force is a terrifying ability, and it induces nightmares in me because it is so really, really good. Oh, I have no map right. Okay, I can just send you a picture of it. Cause I took a screenshot of the thing and sent it to Humberto. Basically, I'm gonna send you a picture of the thing. Then see the center of that little, like, the brown circle inside of the arena. Go basically 45-degree angle southeast from that on the outside, and that's basically where it is. So basically, I have a fantastic way of just easily farming purified royal broadswords if this is a dedicated purified royal broadsword spawn point. I'm bad at picturing the map too. I was just thinking that. I vaguely remember holding. Yeah. I mean, it sticks out for me because it's my it sticks out to me because that's the spot I go to when I want to go beat up on Colgera. Because, I'll be real, Colgera's probably my favorite boss of that entire game of, like, dungeon bosses. Like, there's two ways you can fight Colgera. Just skydive straight down into its face and wreck it by skydiving. Or do my preferred strategy of just going unga bunga with bullet time fire arrows. It's really, really fun. What is that about, Grooky? Why am I so tired of it? That's not good. It's not good, Grooky. You should be sleeping. You should be resting, Grooky. Yeah, it's very, very fun. It is a very fun boss battle. Yeah. That is the other part, just the ice shattering and stuff. There's so many ways to fight Colgera. You can fight Colgera by just straight skydiving into it. Or you can fight Colgera by clowning on it with literally 4 arrows. It's like 4 or 8 arrows. You do not need that. Hello there, Corrupted Viv. Welcome in. Thank you very much. Can you give me pointers on the Gloom Hands? The grabby hands. The grabby hands. So, Ember, I'm very pleased to offer tips on how to fight the grabby hands. So, you are aware of how much I love my bomb flowers in Tears of the Kingdom, right? You are also aware I love my multi-shot Lionel bows. The best way of dealing with the grabby hands you get a rocket. You get a shield. You fuse that rocket onto the shield. You see the grabby hands. You pull out your rocket shield. You hold out the shield. You rocket up into the sky. And then you go bullet time with your bow and just bomb arrow the crap out of the grabby hands. And that is what you do. You bomb arrow them into oblivion. I mean, also, ice fruit works, because you can freeze them. But yeah, my preferred way of doing it is just bomb arrows. Because it's just fun. It just just explodes it, right? But you do need to be distance away, so you don't get, blown up by the bombs. That's the other part. But just be aware, Ember. You might think the grabby hands are terrifying. They're nothing compared to what happens after the grabby hands. What comes after is the real horror show. Exactly, you just bonk. Have you looked at that outro of the grabby hands? Oh yeah. I mean, to be fair, Midnight, there was this epic, I think it was Humberto that sent me it, or maybe it was you. This just epic thing where someone was trying to outrun the grabby hands. They were whistling like crazy for their horse, and they were running. You would get them. They break out, run, grab, and then right as the grabby hands are about to grab them again for like the last time and just crush the rest of their hearts, the horse just comes in from the side of the screen. They jump on the horse, and they just run away from it. It's like, oh, top tier horse assist. I love that. Oh, Ember doesn't know what happens after the grabby hands. Panic. Ember. Panic is what happens. It was great. It's just, I love it. Like, there's so many great moments. You just be prepared. Be prepared for panic. It's like, it's honestly, Ember, it's better I don't tell you. It will be better. I'm already panicking. Oh no, already panic mode. Yeah, there's a place I always go fight the grabby hands. Here's the thing, Ember. After a while, it gets very easy to clown on the grabby hands. It gets very easy to clown on them. The way I like to go is I like to fight the one on the Great Plateau, because it's very close to a skip teleport, and I just bomb. Also, for those who are wondering, yes, this is a different shirt than the one that I was wearing earlier on stream. That is because today's dinner was chicken Alfredo. And I, like a proper brainlet, when twirling the Alfredo sauce noodles around the fork, got a little drop of it right on my shirt. And because of the oil, okay, I gotta take the shirt off, put some soap on it, so the oil doesn't, like, just damage the shirt. So, different shirt. I was paying attention to your shirt, I feel like, because yeah. Well, the funny thing is, I'm generally, between my brother and I'm the one that doesn't get stuff on my shirt often when it comes to, like, dinner. Like, there have been legitimately times my brother is tempting fate. We are eating pasta with tomato sauce. He is wearing a white shirt. Or he is eating something that has, like, oil. And he, like, calls attention to his lack of carefulness, and immediately, so I'm on a shirt. Immediately and always without fail. And it is funny. Like, the timing for it could not be any better if it was a freaking, like, cartoon. It is that on point with timing. Yeah, no, we don't do that. My mother has a conniption if that happens. I get my OCD from my mother. Have you ever had Presto pasta? Never heard of it. Like, I enjoy Alfredo. Just think, what would Meta and Invent do? I mean, you just gotta remember, Ember, what would Meta do is basically always use bomb arrows, except in the case of in the volcano areas. which I have pulled out my bomb arrows in the volcanic areas. And accidents ensued. Like, the worst part is that I know what happens when you pull out bomb arrows in Legend of Zelda games when you are in volcanic areas, because I did that in Breath of the Wild when I was doing my first playthrough of the game and doing the Champion's Ballad, having to fight the Igniotalus Titan. And I had a proper brainwave. Like, I will fight the Igniotalus Titan with bomb arrows. Pulls out bomb arrow. Boom! And idiot me thought, does the Talus have like some mind blast explosion attack? So, I pulled out another bomb arrow. Boom! It was only after that that it occurred to me. Maybe it's the bomb arrows! And then it was like, oh yeah, and then Muddy was like, oh yeah, no, Mata, pull out bomb arrows in the volcanic areas. Muddy kept saying this. It's like, no, I know what happens. And then, we were fighting the grabby hands in a volcanic area. I forgot it was a volcanic area. And then kaboom! Remember Midnight? My go-to when it comes to Zelda games is just bomb arrow. If I see something big, scary, and threatening in front of me in Legend of Zelda, my answer is explosives. That's just my go-to. So when it's like, oh, this is the one place I can't use bombs, well, it sucks. Ton of clips of recording every day. Yeah, there's a lot of great, like, yeah, Ember. That's the reason why I have a sheet of paper in front of me whenever I play Tears of the Kingdom, where I will write down timestamps of just stupid idiot things I say, or stupid idiot things I do. Specifically to make, like, Metamaxis the Tears of the Kingdom supercut. Later, I am debating going back to, like, the first, like, series of streams and making those, like, this is, like, the main story playthrough ones, and then, like, incrementally doing the next couple of episodes. Fire fruit on a stick. Yeah. Apparently, the strongest thing you can actually fuse to your shields. Apparently, the strongest thing to fuse the Hylian shield is actually Sapphire. Because that way, it just automatic freeze counterattack every time something like, bops the shield. It just automatic freezes them. It's so strong. The other thing I remember is, and this is because of Jared, where originally, I am not a fan of the boomerangs. I don't care for the boomerangs. Then Jared told me, you can fuse a Keese eyeball, specifically an ice Keese eyeball, onto the giant boomerang. You can have a homing giant boomerang that will freeze targets. So, like, it will, it is an aimbot freezing boomerang. It is a boomerang that will seek out targets, and then it will freeze them on contact. Like, that is awesome. Use mushrooms to stick. Oh! The funny thing, actually, Ember, the mushrooms on the stick is actually very good. The mushroom on a stick gives much more increased knockback. So, like, you know how when, like, you sometimes, like, swat an enemy with a sword and they will go, like, flying backwards? The mushroom makes them fly back even further. Because we did that to a boss bokoblin, and it just, like, threw them, like, the equivalent of, like, maybe 15 feet away. Also, apparently, I am slightly wrong about Link's height in Tears of the Kingdom, because apparently, people have actually figured out what Link's height in Tears of the Kingdom is. Because apparently in some of the mini games, there's like a meter stick. And people have figured out that Link's Tears of the Kingdom height is, he is not a tall boy, as I was thinking. Because I know normally Link is like a generally like above average height. Tears of the Kingdom Link is 5'2". Tears of the Kingdom Link is a short boy. Normally Link is tall. Like normally Links are like generally tall from what I remember. Like above average to like tall. Tears of the Kingdom Link is canonically 5'2". Because of like the meter sticks in the mini games. People have measured Link's height out to be 5'2". Link is short. Small Link. Small Link. Like, there's no way. There is no way he is that short. He's shorter than me in the game. Yes, they have to do it yet. I mean, I'm like 5'4". So like Link is shorter than me. I'm not a tall guy. I'm 5'2". I'm 5'2". I'm 5'4". Meaning Link is like this tall. Link comes up to my glasses. That's just too funny. Link is short. He's Napoleon. Link is a Napoleon. I love it. I love that. It's like that is I enjoy this. No wonder why Link is never gets beauty. I mean, most Links I'm pretty sure are like generally above average height. Okay, Infinite Midnight, bye-bye. Hello there, Darklit, and how you doing? How you doing? I mean, like, freaking Toon Link and Young Link. You could, like, they're short. Obviously, they're short. Because, like, they're kids. They're not done growing. Like, Toon Link is a bobblehead. Toon Link is adorable. But he's a bobblehead. But, like, Peter, short. Short. What McGovern... Toon Link is a bobblehead. Toon Link is adorable. I want to play Wind Waker at some point. Like, all I remember from Wind Waker is Chugga's Let's Play, where he got, like, the skull hammer, and you see little tiny bobblehead Link running around with this just giant whack-off hammer. Like, it's literally like Tinkaton, where you have this small little gremlin man walking around with a giant hammer. It's like, yes, this is hilarious. This is peak comedy gold! Hello there, Anakin. Welcome in. Like, Wind Waker is very slapsticky. It's a very, like, silly, slapsticky game, but this is the thing about Wind Waker that always impresses me. Have you ever, like, paid close attention to Wind Waker Link when he is walking upstairs? If you do, because Chugga pointed this out to me when I was watching his Let's Play, you will notice his feet never phase into any of those steps. That is because any time Toon Link walks up steps, each of those frames were individually rendered. They individually rendered every single frame of him walking upstairs so his feet do not clip into the steps. That is some dedication. Like, that is just, like, they did that. Because that's one thing about, like, this is one thing, you guys, though I haven't played Xenoblade Chronicles for the channel, but that's one thing about, like, Xenoblade Chronicles and, like, to a degree some other games that do, like, legitimately bother me, is when, like, you're walking upstairs, it is, like, coded as just a flat, like, inclined plane, and you will notice as you're walking up, your feet are just hanging out over nothing, and it looks so awkward. But Wind Waker, no. They specifically made it so you don't clip out of the steps like that. They made it so specifically you are actually stepping up the steps. And like, that is detailed. I love that. I love that. That's amazing. And again, guys, if you haven't done so, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for more. But yeah, 11 people here. Nice. Again, like, this is one of the reasons why I've been debating, like, shifting the Pokemon streams earlier into the day again, and like shifting the Tears of the Kingdom stuff later in the night, because the Pokemon streams do well. Watching the Chronicles 2, all the cutscenes, because I'm bored and it's 13 hours. Oh my god, I forgot how freaking massive Xenoblade Chronicles 2 cutscenes are. I have never played Xenoblade Chronicles 2. I played a little bit of it, but I stopped because controls were a bit of an issue for me. I like legitimately could not beat enemies because I could not, like, the controls were very unintuitive for me. I love original Xenoblade Chronicles. Xenoblade Chronicles 1 I love. I think it is a great game. Chronicles 2 I don't really know anything about because I never actually played that far in because of reasons. But Chronicles 1 I love. Like, there's a reason why best character is Ricky. Best character is Ricky. Love Melia. Like, context. I'm a Melia guy. And yes, there's a reason I named all of my Tokus after Hyentia. Yeah. If you go back and you watch the Heart Gold Soul Silver Let's Play, if you watch the Elite Battle League, if you watch basically anything where I use a Togekiss, you will notice they are all named after Hyentia. It's a trend. It is a trend, and it is specifically a naming scheme thing that I do. Even in Pokemon Go, I always would name them after Hyentia, if I ever planned on using them. What is this meta? Type? Elaborate on type. That can mean a number of things, Ember. That could mean a number of things. No, I am not grass. I have allergies to pollen. I would be allergic to myself if that was the case. And that would not be fun. Clearly, I don't know, Ember. That's why I'm asking. Clearly, I don't know. I have nothing. I have done nothing with Chronicles 3 yet. Tall, red hair. Tall and red hair is basically how you could boil that down, Alex. I'm sorry, I like redheads. I have a weakness for redheads. I thought you were holding a burrito for a second. What did you think was the burrito? Did you think the water bottle was a burrito? Wait. Did you think the water bottle was a burrito? That'd be some weird burrito that's like semi-transparent. That's a freaking weird burrito right there. Water bottle equal burrito moment. Oh, this is why I love this chat. I love this. This chat's amusing. This chat amuses me very good. Hello there, Mudcap. We were just talking about you a while ago about how you almost tried tricking me to use bomb arrows in the volcanoes, and yet I ended up smooth braining and using bomb arrows in the volcano anyway in Tears of the Kingdom. How you doing, Mudcap? Ember, you're gonna realize this as time goes on. I'm dense. I'm dense. I'm frequently oblivious. I'm unobservant. And I'm not good with subtext. Trust me. Trust me, Ember. You have yet to learn the density of this skull that just is oblivious as all get out. Eagle-eyed people are weird. I mean, my eyes are brown, so I guess I'm weird. Which that math tracks. That math tracks out. I would agree with that math right there. So nice. No, I'd be Steel Psychic. I would be Steel Psychic. Only because my brain is like a Bronzong and then like I shake my head back and forth, you just hear a bell ringing because of my brain rattling around in here. Bong, 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 bong. Ah, I mean blue. I mean, my brother actually used to have blue eyes and then they turned brown when he got older. So I would say agree. Playing Hades again. Interesting. Yeah, it might be best to just not talk at that, dude. Might be best to just, like, not say anything. Awkwardness. We feed off awkwardness. Now, Mudkip. I'm sorry, I'm obsessed with Heroes of the Kingdom at the moment. Like, Mudkip, you do not realize how many games I still have yet to actually play. Like, I still need to play Metroid Dread. I still need to finish Tears of the Kingdom. I still need to play Kirby in the Forgotten Land. I still need to finish Splatoon 3. Like, Mudkip, I have well over, like, half a dozen games I still need to do. Like, for stuff and things before I can even move on to other stuff. You really do not really. So, I've heard great things. Like, I love Kirby. I love those games. Like, I have a relatively packed up. I'm being weird, so it's okay. Yep. Welcome to the club, Ember. Welcome to the club. That is basically all of us. That is basically every single one of us here. And we wear that like a badge of honor. That's what makes us all unique. I'd rather be a weirdo and be unique than be normie and basically just be bland name YouTuber. That's my policy. That is, that's one of the reasons why you will actively find that, like, a lot of, like, the normie jokes I will actively go out of my way to absolutely gut. And why I don't find them funny. It's like, don't do weed jokes because I think they're stupid. Don't do the stupid 69 jokes because they're stupid. Don't play Fall Guys. Don't play Fortnite. Don't play Among Us. There's a lot of, like, a normie stuff I like, do not do on principle. Guy that would pull. Oh, that dude, I pull them regularly. Like, that is just normal for me. That's standard. I'm not a morning person. I'm a night person. Says as my brain is slowly being overwhelmed by ADD mode and I can't focus because again, smooth brain. But yes, I have pulled all-nighters historically many times. I am not proud of them. Yeah, my least favorite all-nighter. This is some. This actually was last year, a little over a year ago, actually. At this point, the most recent all-nighter I can consciously recollect that was not part of a sleep lock was I had to do an essay for one of my classes, and it was an essay on, keep in mind, I'm a big fan of, like, I like dinosaurs, and I had to write an essay on the, basically the Dino Killer meteor impact, and it was due on my birthday. Oh, no, it was due on my birthday, and I needed to spend April 5th going into the 6th writing a, like, 7-page paper on the after effect of the meteor impact. So, like, the entire forest spontaneously combusting because of the comet impact. The, basically, Fallout Winter from the dust from the atmosphere. The raining, burning glass spheres that rained down because of just molten debris. And it was just like... I imagining all of this at, like, 5 a.m. writing this essay is like, this is not how I wanted to spend my birthday. Like, literally writing an essay on the most absolute nightmare-inducing thing. And it's like, I do not want to do this. And if you have ever... I have never broken a bone. I have never broken a bone in my life. That is why I drink milk. I drink milk with every dinner. And there's also some milk with breakfast, because I don't want to break a bone. I think there have been a few times I almost broke a bone. But, I mean, I also kind of, like, double bone. There's this one thing that I know that some people have is, like, double bone density, where, like, their bones are just normally more dense than normal. So, could also be that. Third time I've gotten a shiny Palmy as a yeah, shiny Palmy is a shoe. Yeah, there's no way of, like, getting around that spawn interference. Trust me, Anakin. I feel your pain. We've gotten, I'm pretty sure, like, 7 Palmy at this point. Palmy shinies. I enjoy seeing the pink. I love the pink shiny. Don't get me wrong. But I'm tired of seeing shiny Palmy, because I keep getting them. It's why I don't hunt there anymore. Like, I don't hunt. He's hunting for Riolu. Because the only places where you can hunt for Lucario, there's a lot of other steel types. And Lucario is, like, the uncommon spawn there. Same thing with fighting. So it's, like, the only easy place to shiny hunt for the Lucario family is actually right outside, of, like, the bug gym leader's town, because there's a bunch of fighting types there, but, like, that it is the best place to do it is there. It's the only one that, like, does not have, like, heavy spawn interference. And there really is no good place to shiny hunt for Riolu. Broke someone's arm, not mine. Used to watch WWF. With Dad, I was wrestling with my friend. Yikes! Damn, Ember, you're strongs. That's terrifying. You broke someone's arm when you were 8? Holy crap! Note to self, don't get on Ember's bad side. Note to self. That's terrifying. Yeah, I've never broken a bone. Yeah, that's where I hunted for my shiny Lucario as well, for the living dex, was, like, right outside of, the bug gym town. I made a powered raft. Noise. Yeah, but oh yeah, you're still on the Great Sky Island, right, Blorb? You're still on the Great Sky Island. Yeah, there's a lot of fun stuff on it. I love the Great Sky Islands. I'll eat it up. I know, but you still possess the power. You still possess the strengths and the know-how to do that. Yeah, I believe the island's called the Great Sky Island, is, like, technically what the name of that place is. You're in this game. You're in Tears of the Kingdom's tutorial area. I've never broken a bone. Thinking, hello, Go Looper. How are you doing? Yeah, I've never broken a bone. Oh, the North Province. Interesting. Yeah, I've never broken a bone, and I fused a box. I love fusing boxes onto swords is amusing. However, now I'm at the point where I'm just fusing Lionel Saberhorns onto everything, or I'm fusing, like, marbled Goma legs or rare Talus Hearts. Like, I'm at a point where I don't fuse boxes anymore. I just fuse, like, super rare monster drops. I do not think that's not going to be a thing. We've already seen what the DLC is going to be, Eric. It's not going to be Kalos. Basculin Hunt. Yikes. Oh, Blorb. So you remember from Breath of the Wild how there was, like, ice arrows, electric arrows, fire arrows? Basically, the choo-choo jellies replace those. You're gonna want a lot of choo-choo jelly. You're gonna want a lot of choo-choo jelly. But also, guys, again, if you haven't done so, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. Ah, so you don't remember that. So basically, when you get the fuse rune, you can fuse on, you know, like choo-choo jelly to your arrows. And you can basically shoot arrows that can freeze enemies. You can shoot arrows that can electrocute enemies. You can shoot arrows that can burn enemies. They're really good. So if you can find any iced white choo-choo jelly from the ice choo-choos, just find some enemies, shoot them with a white choo-choo jelly arrow, and it will freeze them. And then you can just go up and just bonk them for like double damage, or you can just push them off a cliff. Cause they slip flat on. No, it's white choo-choo. The blue choo-choos are regular choo-choos. However, you can actually turn blue choo-choo jelly into white choo-choo jelly if you just drop a bunch of like white, a bunch of blue choo-choo jellies just onto like a frozen area. So like if you go to an area that's like a cold temperature, it will turn them into white choo-choo jelly. Love the stream so much, Maxes. It's all. No. No, Ember. Retract that statement. Retract that statement, Ember. No. Redact. Redact. Undo. Undo. Redact. Redacted. Exactly. Redacted. Yeah, but yeah, like the choo-choo jellies are very helpful. Choo-choo jellies are incredibly helpful. I use them very frequently when it comes to, if I'm not using Keith's eyeball arrows, I'm probably gonna be using choo-choo. Hello there, Zepp Green. A wonderful name. Choo-choo jelly, go Looper, that is a monster material in Tears of the Kingdom. Basically, think of it like Jello, except it's Jello that can either freeze things, electrocute things, drench them with water, or make them just burst into flames. Kind of awesome. I love Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom is just great. Ah, those games just go so hard. I love it. But yeah, they're also in Tears of the Kingdom. But you're probably gonna find them being very, very helpful. Oh, look, it's a Ditto. Hello there, Ditto. What's up, choo-choo jelly? Yeah, you don't eat choo-choo jelly. You don't eat choo-choo jelly. You throw it at monsters to do things. Oh yeah, you mentioned the Zero Speed Urshifu yesterday. Yeah, Urshifu is not typically a Pokemon you want zero speed on, but Zero Attack Iron Bundle is one thing you do want. You do want Zero Attack Iron Bundle. Nice, that's actually really good. It's actually very, very good. Yeah, that's almost, I would say that is almost as good as my shiny marked Zero Speed Electros. I mean Iron Bundle with Zero Attack. Yeah, generally you want Iron Bundle with Zero Attack IVs because of foul play. But yeah, my shiny Electros. Zero speed. You never really see confusion in competitive. The confusion status. You never really see it in doubles. Like, it isn't reliable. Confusion is in no way reliable because because swagger is not really a thing anymore. I'm glad swagger's no longer a thing. No, I'm gonna be hunting for my own Enamorous with 0 speed. My hunt for the Enamorous with 0 speed is gonna be. We love Flufo doggos. We actually have a Flufo dog. Did I was Electros or Electros? I mean, I flip-flop my pronunciation. Sometimes they call it Electros, sometimes they call it Electros, sometimes they call it Electros. I flip-flop pronunciations all the time. It's like me with Raikou or Groudon. Well, occasionally Groudon. Like Rayquaza, Rayquaza, I flip-flop all the time. There's no consistency. There is no consistency with me when it comes to certain things. Question. Yeah, I can send you one, Zach. I'm happy to send one. I'm happy to send you one. Yeah, I just flip-flop, then I just flip-flop the way I pronounce it. I flip-flop them. Yeah, can go on. I can trade you one. And again, guys, if you haven't done so already, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for more. But yeah, I recommend, if you guys want a HISUIAN Growlithe, trade now, because otherwise they're going to get deleted in Pokemon Home later. So, recommend if you want one, speak now for everybody, peace. Link code is going to be our usual, 19283746. I do not accept shiny trades, so just please send me, like, any spare regular Pokemon you have, Zep, if that's okay. You can get one, Go Looper. I'm happy to give one. The Deerling. The Deerling jokes. The Deerling joke. I know, man. That's really silly in Pokemon of the Wild. You're bringing the back with you. Exactly. Exactly. It's called, we're basically doing what Jurassic Park did. I can't accept that. I cannot accept the Koraidon. I cannot. I would rather have something else. I actually already have my own Koraidon. I actually brought over my own Koraidon. Rowlet ball. We are fans of Rowlet. Round. Spherical. Spherical. I always thought that shiny Pokemon were were like basically the Pokemon world's equivalent of like albinism, where they're like a spontaneous mutation. Like I always treat it as just albinism, or like melanism. But like it's but like technically we basically do have in real life our own, like, shiny Pokemon with, like, albino things. So it's like, I always equated it with albinism. Is how I always, like, it's how I, like, internalize shiny Pokemon. Exactly. Exactly. It's literally like albinism in animals, where it's just like they just have no pigmentation. Yes. Are you ready for the trade, Go Looper? Genetic mutation of the colors. Exactly. So that's what I always, like, mentally assumed, like, shinies was just, like, Pokemon's equivalent of albinism. Where there's, like, a spontaneous mutation in the Pokemon's genes that make them have a significantly different discoloration. Like, that's how things are in the real world. You know, mutations will happen, and it will cause a slight change in, you know, say, something. Because everything that, like, every single differentiation that happens throughout, like, all of genetics is literally, like, a mutation occurred from some freak accident for some random reason, resulting in something. Like, that's how, like, you know, originally, you look at, like, you know, human hair, like little animal hair, under a microscope. It looks similar to, like, lizard scales. Because, at some point, the lizard had a mutation that made its scales no longer code for, like, you know, scaly plates, and instead code long and thin, and that became hair. Like, science is fascinating, but also terrifying. It's how we get, you know, things like snakes. That, you know, created, you know, venom. We just show trial and error of things, you know, it's terrifying. Science is terrifying. Science is terrifying. Oh, I love it. Was that you, Go Looper? Okay, that was you, Go Looper. Okay. Happy to help. Happy to help, Go Looper. And that is a mutation. Exactly. Everything is a mutation. Yeah, I'll be honest. Like, my vague interest... And that's a bird that impaled the spider. Oh yeah, there's also Gimpy Gimpy. Like, there is, like, nature's horrifying. Like, that is the reason why I will never go to Australia. Australia is the closest thing the real world has to a Pokemon region. I am never gonna go to Australia because that place is nature's nightmare factory. Like, yeah, kangaroos. You have a bird that can kick a hole straight through your chest. There are, like, everything's poisonous, basically. Like, platypus. They're poisonous. Dingoes. Like, it's terrifying. Like, it is literally nature's nightmare factory. It's like, what, how? Yeah, no. Yeah, like, if I go there, if I ever go to Australia, I'm packing heat. Because, like, if I see like those giant ass spiders, bang! Like, that is target practice. Those things are... I'm arachnophobic. I don't like spiders. If I see a spider in my room, I will go into kill mode. And there have legitimately been nights where I'm just, like, watching, you know, something on my computer and I see a spider just on the wall. I will not go to sleep until I find that spider and I get rid of it. I cannot sleep if I know there is still a spider in my room. So, like, if I live in Australia and I see, you know, there's those giant spiders, I'm packing heat and, like, bang. Those things become target practice. Spiders should not be any larger than you can crush with a shoe. Like, if they're large enough to not be crushed by a shoe, they should not exist. That is why I am never going to Australia. That place is a nightmare factory. Yeah, find the spawn point of the spiders and destroy that. Which is weird that I hate spiders, but yet I actually, like, really like the Pokemon Galvantula. It's weird. So, like, again, I'm arachnophobic, and yet I actually, like, legitimately like Galvantula. It's weird. It's an anomaly. But the ecosystem will suffer heavily to kill those spiders, those dungeons. Exactly, Roost. Even you agree with me. Roost. Like, Pokemon are cute. Exactly, Ember. Exactly. I mean, maybe it's because I know that Galvantula only, like, eat batteries, that they wouldn't go for me. It's like, okay, I don't have to fear you because you just snack on, like, wires. Which, I guess, technically is more terrifying, because they would just cause rolling blackouts by just snacking on wires. Yum, 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 yum on the wires is terrifying. I mean, but Joltik is a funny thing though. Joltik just like it just likes to suck electricity. Also, apparently, canonically, you will find a Joltik just like latched on to the butts of Yamper, just collecting the electricity that it gives off. Hey, Shining Blue! Someone grab Shining Blue's link. How you doing, Shining Blue? Yeah, it's like, yeah, nah. It's like, nah, we don't talk about that. How you doing? How you doing? I think it's the worst Pokemon ever. We all know your long traumatic backstory with it. We know your traumatic history with Joltek. Basically, for those who don't know, Shining Blue failed a shiny Joltek. And forever, that has made the Joltik family marked for death in the eyes of the shiningest of blues. Doing good. Levels working on my shiny charms with it. Noi. You have so many switches. How do you have that many switches? That's so many. Jeez. I say burner. Hey, roast. We do not tolerate Lilligant family slander here. We do not tolerate slander against Little Flower Lady. We do not tolerate that in this dojo. Though, to be fair, I understand why you don't like it because of the Altaria shiny hunt. But don't take it out on Plant Lady. Don't take it out on happy little elegant Plant Lady. She did nothing wrong. It's a skill issue, Roost. It's a skill issue. Just get the bird. Just get your cloud bird. I got the cloud bird. I have my cloud bird, Roost. If I can get my cloud bird, you can too. If I can get Ho-Oh, you can get your cloud dragon. You have to believe in the heart of the cards, Roost. Hey, Roost. I got my first shiny Altaria back in Ultra Moon before I had the shiny charm, buddy. Alright? And I got 2 of those things. This was before spoon feeding. This was before I got spoon fed. Alright, buddy? This was before the spoon federy began. So shiny Altaria is a Scarlet alone. This is why I love you. This is why I love you. This is why I love you. So, do you even have the shiny charm in your, like, Black 2 version you have? Or do you not have the shiny charm? Because if so, you're what? Like, approaching 6 times odds? 2 shiny Cloudbird. What do you want to get? Yeah. Bored. It's okay, Zep. It's perfectly fine. Yeah, 35 shinies for blue and 10 for Scarlet Violet. No, I started doing 2 last year. Well, that's your issue, Roost. Get those, work on those rookie numbers. You gotta pump up those numbers. Those are rookie numbers. Them rookie numbers, Roost. Roost, rookie numbers. That's why your Cloudbird has not come home to roost. I will see myself out. Okay, not really. Stream's not over yet. Stream's not over yet. I was spend a big vibe like the guard trying to get Pokedex. I mean, don't you have just like a black version cartridge? Like, I'm fairly certain it would be easier to get than just getting, like, Black 2 version. Like, than getting Black 2. Do you have a Black version? Do you know anyone in your generalized proximity that you could trade with? What are the numbers on the level of rookie? Not all of them. I do, but there is no Venerean Black 1. Do you not have any of the Gen 4 games, Roost? Do you not have any Gen 4 games? Because, like, the simple solution is catch the thing in the other games and transfer them up. Unless you're doing this before you can get the Poké Transporter activated, which is like, you're crazy if you do that. Roost just lives everywhere. Roost is just everywhere. He does not have a set defined spawn point. Roost is simultaneously every state and no state. He's like Mudkip. Hello there, Jared. Hello there, Jared. How is Jared doing? It is the Jared dude. You know, Jared, to reiterate your joke from yesterday, great weather lately, not a cloud in the sky. There's this weird fog everywhere. That Blundell Vagon, I am in a state of constant anger and streaming. I'm sorry, Rose. I am sorry. I try not. I try not to be the most triggering. But sometimes I succeed at it. Also, speaking of that, Roast, I actually have something very, very hilarious. I have something funny to send you. And I want to know what your reaction to this is. Because I have a feeling you will love this. Like, you're gonna find this funny. So yeah, I just sent you a DM of it. Watch Meta Shining Any for a golden double. Omar! I exist to confuse and infuriate this man since he made me stop the need to clean joke. I will just raffle his brain. Honestly, it doesn't baffle me at all. It doesn't baffle me. You just amuse me. Amber, I appreciate the link, but there's no content except for maybe the salmon. Salmon. The running of the fish. The running of the fish. I love seafood. My favorite thing to have is like, I love burgers. I am like the most just basic American diet as hell, and I love a good burger, but I also really, really like seafood. Best burger place, Five Guys. Like, hands down, Five Guys Burgers and Fries is the best burger place you will ever go to. It costs a lot more than a regular burger place, but you pay for that quality burger. Like, you want a burger, you go to Five Guys. Like, if you want to, I want salmon. I love fish. Like, I actually, like, legitimately do. Like, salmon is probably, like, my third favorite fish. Second favorite is swordfish. And, like, first favorite is, like, probably, like, just, like, white fish and, like, tuna. Like, white fish, because, like, I love ketchup on them. Yeah, exactly. Honestly, the expense that Five Guys has is a blessing. Because if it was cheaper, I'd want to go get it more often. And it being so expensive is... It keeps me away from just going and getting it frequently. What is your opinion on games that walk you through real life occupations? I've never played any games like that. Cooking with, no, I do not trust anything I would cook. Like, I managed to screw up scrambled eggs last weekend, okay? Do not trust anything that I cook. What have you been on architecture? Well, my brother originally wanted to go to school for architecture, but other than that, I have no comment here nor there on it. Yes. I added too much milk, Ember. I added too much milk. I mean, hey, at least I didn't set water on fire. At least I didn't set water on fire. So I still take that as a win. I'm gonna send you a trail of the game. Okay. I can make toast. I can make toast. That dude, I don't even put milk in my cereal. I eat my cereal dry. I eat my cereal dry, boy. He burnt my crab patty. He burnt my fries. He burnt my milkshake. You don't want to know, Ember. You don't want to know. You do not want to know. Water in the fire. I can actually make rice. I actually have made rice. Mostly because I am a sucker for rice. Like, wait. Oh shit. Okay, we're actually more eggs than I expected. I love rice. I know, I'm not. Trust me. Yeah, I don't use a rice cooker. I use like a pot of rice. Like I have a pan that I cook it in. If you want to know who burnt the water, basically, recommend you check out one of Volcanic Arcanine's like sleep locks he did. It was like Black 2, White 2. That I believe it comes up in there. When I mentioned I might have screwed up making Kraft mac and cheese when I just forgot to stir in the cheese mix. Cooking, but I'm a perfectionist, so I always... Yeah, I enjoy, like, in all seriousness, I actually do cook some things. What the hell is a quesadilla? What the hell is a quesadilla, that dude? I eat American food. If it's not American, it's either Italian or it's Chinese food. What the hell is a quesadilla? Again, if it's not American, if it's not Italian, if it's not Chinese, I don't know what it is. What the hell is a quesadilla? I don't eat Mexican food. Okay, I at the very least know what a taco is. I don't eat tacos, but I know what they are. I enjoy American food, okay? I have mentioned before, my food palate is disgustingly American. Is cheese in a tortilla? Eh, not my kind. Like, I'm not a big fan of, like, cheese on stuff. Like, cheese on pizza is the only thing, like, cheese on pizza or, like, grilled cheese or tuna melt is, like, the only thing I have with it. I've heard of it. I've heard of what that is, Anakin. Granted, I've only heard of that because of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Because Michelangelo says it all the time. I don't know what it is. Part of the food community. I'm part of the food community. I disrespect it. Yeah, it's like, Asian noodles sort of thing. Yeah, I remember seeing that at Panda Express when I was in college. I always just got the fried rice. I've heard of it, but I've never had it, but I've seen it. Used to work in IT at college, worked in the basement. I managed the light A thing of ramen on fire. I'll be real, Roost. I don't care for Deadpool. I don't like Deadpool. I find the character annoying. Granted, it's less the character annoying and more when the movie came out, literally everyone at my high school was shoving Deadpool exists down my throat and like, you have to like Deadpool or you're just wrong. And I was like, and I'm out. No idea what that is. Yeah. Deadpool kind of occupies, like, that same realm of things that, like, Undertale occupies for me, in that the community has killed any potential for me looking at it in a positive light. So, it's one thing that I'm just like, okay, just ignoring. As much as I love the Deadpool movies, they low-key ruin the character for me. For me, it's the audience is like, it's one thing to enjoy a series, but it's another thing to go out of one's way to actively harass other people who have never seen that media for not liking it because they just haven't seen it. And it's just like, that off-puts me. Any series that does that to its audience is one that I try to steer clear of. Whereas, like, that's a bit too much. That's a bit much for me. Ryan Reynolds is amusing as Deadpool, I will say. I did find him amusing. But it's like, okay, he's entertaining. Ryan Reynolds is an entertaining guy. I did like the meta jokes. The meta jokes were very, very funny. Alex, I played COD Zombies. I did not play multiplayer. Zombies was the wholesome section of the community. The Zombies community were, like, genuinely good people. The multiplayer side of things is where the stereotypes come from. There's a reason I only played multiplayer to get Dark Matter. If it wasn't for Dark Matter, I wouldn't have played multiplayer. Yeah. Food besides American food, you did. Alright, risotto, pasta carbonara, Mongolian beef, broccoli beef, General Tso's chicken. There's other ones. There's a few others. Like, there are a bunch of Italian names I can't remember. Panna cotta. Have that. God, I can't remember the names. I can't remember the names. Like, I should remember most of them, because I know they were referenced in JoJo's Bizarre Adventure as, like, names of characters. Like, oh yeah, I've had that dish before. Because, like, their names are referenced to food. I'm gonna refrain from making a statement on that, Anakin. I voluntarily abstain from commenting on that. I'll be honest. I actively will choose not to answer that question. Because I know no matter what I say, it's going to erupt a war. Old Undertale fandom, FNA, Dragon Ball Z, Lou FG. I would agree with all of those and then just Lua. Way to throw Lua under the bus, man. He's one of our friends. He's one of the other creators in the community. It's probably an in-joke with him and Roost. If Lua's here, I'm sorry, but you know it's the truth. Oh, savage. Ooh, Roost going roasty. You changed your name from Roost to Roast, buddy. Turn up the heat on those comments. What's a Lua FG? I've seen the Mario movie. The only thing about the Mario movie I didn't like is his eyes look too small. Mario's face was a little not what it was in the games, and it was a little off-putting. What the frick, Ruth? Okay, you are DMing me those details. You are DMing me those details, Roost. That is not for general stream chat. That is for DM's chat. Yes, throw the Koroks off the cliff. All Koroks should be thrown off of cliffs. I love that you can... One of my favorite things you can do in that game is you can actually auto-build things again. And then the auto-build, if you have a Korok attached to something, it will auto-build like a Korok stand-in. And that's just freaking hilarious. I almost feel like Luigi's limited screen time was them trying to set up a Luigi's Dark Moon level spin-off. Like, it felt like they were trying to set up some Luigi's Mansion spin-off movie, which I would be entirely okay with. And yes, Korok Space Program, Jared. Entirely down with the Korok Space Program. Send them to the moon. Send the tree people to the moon. Oh, gee, the Discord used to be a war zone. There's no sides, and any team isn't much better. Oh, my God. That's not, so what you're saying is, it was just a free-for-all. It was a free-for-all war zone. Danny DeVito, Wario. Wait. Wait. You have to be joking about that. There's no way that's real. There is no way that is real, Alex. If so, that's glorious. Apparently, Danny DeVito was supposed to be Detective Pikachu in the original, like, in the first Detective Pikachu movie. But he was like, I think his response was like, what the hell's a Pikachu? It's like, oh, no. It's not confirmed, but which was true. Ah. Yeah, I'm generally skeptical of these. For honor in general, if... Yeah, can we kind of, like, stop the toxic fandom, like, talk right now, guys? Like, seriously, like, X that comment. I specifically said, like, let's down out with this. Done. This comment line is over. This comment line is over. Game over. Like, in summation, fandom's gonna be the best and the worst thing in the world. It really depends. Like, it's one of the reasons why we're cutting this thing off right there. Is that. Throw the ban hammer! Professor Oak was not in Detective Pikachu because first, last, and only choice role was Robin Williams. Really? I feel like there's so many other people who could do a good Professor Oak. Like, I feel like Patrick Stewart with like a wig, Serena McKellen. There's a lot of like wise old people that you could have be Professor Oak. There's a lot of them. Like, if you've seen Gandalf in Lord of the Rings, yeah, definitely Serena McKellen could fill that role in. That is Discord server aspects. Ooh! Oh, shot to the heart, Roast. Ooh. I take your salt and I eat it up. Because it seasons my food. Yes! Yes, Jack Black, Professor Birch. Yes. I mean, I think I've mentioned this before, but if you watch the Pokemon anime, Professor Birch is voiced by Dan Green. Which, for those of you who may or may not know, was the English voice actor for Yugi and Yami Yugi. And he gives Professor Birch the same voice he gives Yami Yugi. It is impossible for me to watch any episode of the Pokemon anime where Professor Birch is in there and not half expect him to just fucking pull out Dark Magician and summon Dark Magician in attack mode. Because that would be hype ass shit. But yeah, it's one of the reasons I love voice actors. Because, like, I have trouble seeing voice actors other than their most iconic role for me. It's one of the reasons where it's like, Clancy Brown. He played Lex Luthor in the DC animated stuff. I know him as Silas from Transformers Prime. So it's like, I always, he's like, no, he's just Lex Luthor. But like, Lex Luthor's just Silas. I love it. Yeah, for me, the voice of Knuckles is always going to be Idris Elba. You know, Idris Elba, Heimdall from Thor. Absolute legend. Yes, also, yeah, but here's the thing, Alex. I never really watched SpongeBob. I remember a few episodes of SpongeBob. I remember Doodle Bob. I very much remember Doodle Bob. I remember Chrome. Just sort of like curled up in a thing that was Chrome. I remember the Bubble Bowl. I remember one where like Gary's shell got broken. But like I don't really remember much of it. I didn't really watch it. I watched like Danny Phantom, Fairly Odd Parents, Avatar: The Last Airbender, stuff like that. Never, not really SpongeBob though. Yeah, that I remember something about like Squidward just like curling up into a ball and just like Chrome. I just remember that, and that echoes in my brain sometimes. Future. Because I remember that, because I made some jokes about that in a specific episode when it came to seeing, like, the Future Paradox shinies. Like, they're all just chromed out. I love it. I love chromed out. I saw a little bit of regular show. Actually, fun story about regular show. That is the series that, like, that song, Everybody's Working for the Weekend. I first heard that song and was like, I actually like that song, and it's entirely because of regular show. Like, oh, that's a neat song. Danny Phantom was a great show. Like, it's one of the reasons I refuse to acknowledge the new, like, Danny Phantom comic or whatever it is that they put out, because I do not want to get my hopes up of, like, maybe more Danny Phantom stuff coming. It's like when, oh yeah, Generator Rex was referenced in that stupid as hell Ben 10 reboot. It's like, I don't get my hopes up. I'm not getting my hopes up. I would rather actively lie to myself and have something new in a series come out than get my hopes up and then be disappointed. It's I see that as the lesser of two evils. Because even then, the worst case scenario is, okay, I was right to tell myself it wasn't real because it wasn't. Like, I see that as the better alternative. Like, I love Generator Rex. That was a great series. That was so awesome. It's like you had a robot. You gotta just build robot punch hands. just build robot punch hands. Giant buzzsaw sword. Like jetpack, or that like jet turbine, like backpack thing. Giant boots to just punch stuff, like just to kick stuff. It was great. Like, also, you got Mark Hamill playing a rock dude. It was awesome. Like, that series went hard. That series went super hard. Like, one of the things that I always would say to people is, when you're a kid, the greatest crossover of all time is Jimmy Timmy Power Hour on Nickelodeon. When you're a teenager, it's Generator Rex Ben 10 Heroes United. And it's just like, that's awesome. That's awesome. It's like, nah, I love it. I love how, like, oh yeah, the multiverse exists. It's like, they just casually throw out the multiverse exists. Meaning, canonically, you can have all the Cartoon Network things actively be in, like, the same thing, like, all a crossover, because, like, yeah, the multiverse exists. Because, I remember Ben 10 Omniverse. There's a number of Transformers animated references in that show. Like, oh yeah, Grimlock's sword is in there. I remember. Wait, Jared. You're telling me Fusion Fall wasn't like some fever dream I had? You're telling me that game was not just like a fever dream I had like Code Lyoko? You're telling me that was real? I'm actively disappointed now. Maybe he did. I don't know, but I wouldn't be surprised if Mark Hamill retired from voice acting. I mean, he can't keep consuming all the most powerful roles in the industry. He's gotta let the new guys have some stuff. Like, all the best stuff goes to Mark Hamill. You can't beat Mark Hamill. You can't beat Mark. He's too good. Like, it still amuses me. It still amuses me that, like, his first, like, major role was, like, quintessential epic good guy Luke Skywalker. And his, like, entire portfolio of recent stuff, like, he is best known for, is just villains. You know, chief among them, the Joker, Irony Incarnate Firelord Ozai. It's like, how do you go from playing, like, quintessential good guy McGoodman, Luke Skywalker, to, like, the Joker, to basically fire-themed Darth Vader? How? How? Like, it's just range. Man has range. The best part is, like, yeah, no, like, they've been bringing Mark Hamill back to voice the Joker for, like, 3 decades at this point. That's the best part. It's just, no, he just keeps going. It's 3 decades. It's like, yeah, he's that damn good. He is that damn good. I think, like, this exemplifies the quality of the DC animated universe to just, like, the absolute T. Is the DCAU is over 3 decades old. And when they go for voice actors for, like, DC-related things, they will get the cast from the DC animated universe. Because the voices are that iconic. It's like, the Arkham games. Yeah, that is the DCAU Batman cast. It's like, what? It's too powerful. Really? I mean, I'd vaguely been aware of Mark Hamill as the Joker for a while. I didn't realize until, like, when I say relatively recently, I mean, like, within the last, like, 5 years. I didn't realize he was Firelord Ozai. Like, and the entire reason I know he's Firelord Ozai is because of a meme. That was like, if irony were strawberries, we'd all be drinking smoothies. And it was a picture of, like, Firelord Ozai next to Luke Skywalker. And I was like, there's no way. There's no way. And I looked like, oh no, he actually is. Yes. Harley Quinn is, like, the only exception. There's a few exceptions here and there, but, like, she's, like, the notable major one. But, like, that still points, like, to the quality of the voice cast that the DCAU had, that they will bring back those voice actors again and again and again and again and again. Probably my favorite Joker line in recent history is, where's that electric car, Bruce? I still think, like, the most Batman line ever is, like, this is one of my favorite lines in the DCAU. Is you have, like, Superman in Batman Beyond, and he's talking with old man Batman, and Superman's line is, "You'll outlive us all, Bruce. You're too stubborn." And it's just, like, Superman, which is, like, the most genuine of Superman, just like, you will outlive all of us, Batman. Like, that, yes! That's why we love the DCAU. Yeah, Kevin Conroy was great. Like, Kevin Conroy if my first exposure to Batman was not the Nolan Batman trilogy, Kevin Conroy would be the undeniable, without a doubt, the Batman for me. But the first one was Christopher Nolan's Christian Bale, and it's like, yeah, Christian Bale's a pretty good Batman. Christian Bale's a good Batman. Christian Bale is a good Batman. Iconic Batman. I kind of do enjoy the Bat Growl. I mean, yeah, exactly. Matt Mercer's got that voice. I actually was talking with one of my friends about, because one of my friends had his doubts about Matt Mercer voicing a convincing Ganon. It was like, no, I could see it. He's got that deep voice, but like, Matt Mercer has a voice, I would say, works well for a villain intrinsically, but works for a very specific kind of protagonist. Like, Jotaro, like, with Jotaro, he's like a tough, he's good, but not nice. But when he voices, like, villains, he can, like, do, like, a full range. Like, I couldn't really see Matt Mercer voicing a, nice, wholesome, happy, cheery, like, protagonist without, like, the character development that was Jotaro Kujo going from, thug, punk, not really punk, like, basically, younger teenage Jotaro Kujo into, dad Jotaro, where that's character development. You could see the progression there, but, like, not like you're just starting that way. But, like, Mercer Ganon is too powerful. Just Mercer Ganon is just too powerful of a voice actor. Man legit gives me chills with those cutscenes. Regieleki is a young child. My favorite meme involving Regieleki is the one where it is Regigigas getting, like, the light bulb idea above his head. Punches the light bulb above his head and it just turns into Regieleki. That is what forever will be in my brain as the origin of Regieleki, just a light bulb idea punch. The Regis amuse me. The Regis very amuse me. Regieleki, they tell the Regis. But Mercer is just too powerful. There's too much power in that man's voice. I still say it's a crime, though, that they didn't give Mercer Ganon the freaking stasis rune from Breath of the Wild. That is a crime. Because Star Platinum the world. He should have had stasis. They should have given him time stop powers. Instead, they gave him Bites the Dust with the Blood Moon. Because yes, the running trend of Tears of the Kingdom has been everything is just JoJo powers. Oh, that was a great Regieleki got nerfed. Wait, they nerfed it? How'd they nerf Regieleki? Did they nerf Transistor? How did they nerf Regieleki? Did they take away certain moves? What did they do to What did they do to Electro Boy? What did they do to Electro? Well, that is actually all of our eggs for today. Excuse me, hiccups. That is all for today. Debating whether or not I should go demolish the Lionel Coliseum with the Bone Club. Do it, you coward! Do it, you coward! Destroy the Lionels. Hunt them down. Rip off their horns and take the arrows. That's what I'm gonna go do. Alright, well. I think it's time to go and give a raid to some buddies. Who are we gonna raid? Who are we gonna go and raid? Who we gonna raid? do we raid? Is anyone doing Pokemon shiny hunting now? Is anyone doing Pokemon stuff right now? Is anybody doing Pokemon stuff? It seems like no one is. What? Real? Really? Okay then, interesting. Okay then. Okay, let's go raid Tom Leo. We haven't raided Tom Leo. Speaking of Pokemon, none that I'm aware of. I don't think they have done the event yet. We'll go raid Tom Leo. I don't think we've raided Tom Leo ever. So I'll see you guys next time. Still trying to figure out a new outro. I'm still trying to figure out a new outro for my streams. I'm still struggling. See you guys next time. Let's go.